Welcome to Phil Svitek Podcast.
Hello. I'm sure you've heard more than once the expression practice makes perfect. The idea that you can attain perfection by the means of practice has been ingrained in you so much so, it's become counterproductive. Practice makes perfect is a false term, and here's why. If practice made people perfect, then there's a lot of people out there that would be amazing at what they do.
As if.
Instead, a different phrase we need to consider, learn, and implement is practice makes permanent. It's a phrase that I learned from my high school soccer coach. We were unfortunately losing for a while, and one day our coach pointed out it was because during training sessions, we only went through the motions. We didn't commit to tackles, we joked around, we ran half speed. The worst was we expected to just turn it on during matches.
I lost? Wait a minute, I'm not supposed to lose.
That couldn't happen because we had too many bad habits and we weren't able to discern what good habits were anymore. At least certainly not enough to just turn them on. When my coach introduced the phrase practice makes permanent rather than practice makes perfect as he quipped, everything all of a sudden clicked and it's stuck with me ever since. If we were going to win, we need to practice fully. The term practice makes permanent simply means the way you go about an activity determines the outcome. It's not saying practice can't make you better. It's saying the way in which you practice will either make you better or worse. I've seen too many people only give 50% at their jobs, in their relationships, and even their passion projects, thinking that when push comes to shove, they will be ready to give 100% when they choose to do so.
Well, on your mark, get set, terrible.
The reality is you can't lack discipline and drive expecting to be a master.
Come on, stop trying to hit me and hit me.
It's a matter of conditioning. Practice makes permanent is really all about going through the motions and doing them effectively with a clear-cut purpose and goal. This applies to any sort of discipline or exercise. If all you ever think and verbalize are negative thoughts, then you will eventually be the world's most negative Nancy.
You're enjoying your day, everything's going your way, then along comes Debbie Downer.
Conversely, if every time you're presented with a problem and you seek a solution for it, regardless of whether or not the first time you're able to figure it out, in time you will master problem solving in all arenas of life, simply because your mind will gravitate towards those fixes. Habits are all-encompassing and therefore transferable. Most people's first jobs are not the ones they want to end up in. Sometimes it's not even the industry they want to go into.
You should really clean this up. Someone could really hurt themselves.
Fuck my life.
Nonetheless, while at these jobs, it's an opportunity to develop skill sets like working hard, being courteous, teamwork, communication, etc., etc. These translate well to future jobs, projects, and relationships. Good habits build one on top of the other in all facets. Start to observe the benefits of any situation, especially outside of monetary value. You will grow stronger because of it. Like investing, this is a discipline that will yield greater results the earlier you begin. Part of that reason is because you're not having to unlearn initial bad habits you've picked up along the way. Instead, you're just creating new ones. If you're a student and exhibit practice makes permanent, what you'll see is not only your grades go up, but you'll get in the habit of doing your homework right away, which teaches you not to procrastinate. It's also a form of time management, and you'll develop the ability to meet deadlines on multiple projects. That said, I don't want to disparage anyone who's not a student. Like with investing, it's never too late to start. Start today and change your routines. To begin with, you might have to break away from your natural default setting of walking through life and instead make a conscious effort to just say, just do it! Once applied, you will see you are able to grow. You become more conscious and aware of these good habits, and you can enforce them while eliminating the bad ones simultaneously. You start to create a structure and get better at these things, which will eventually create new habits, skill sets that will snowball themselves and elevate you in other parts of your life. Like me with soccer, you'll be able to turn around a losing season into a winning one. And hey, if you don't believe me, here's some quotes from some incredible people to help inspire you on the power of good habits. Your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values become your destiny. We become what we repeatedly do. The soul grows into lovely habits as easily as into ugly ones. Excellence is an art won by training and habituation. We do not act rightly because we have virtue or excellence, but we rather have those because we have acted rightly. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. When a habit emerges, the brain stops fully participating in decision making. It stops working so hard or diverts focus to other tasks. So unless you deliberately fight a habit, unless you find new routines, the pattern will unfold automatically.
Before you head off, just a few final things. First off, the transcript of this episode is available in the description as well as on philsvitek.com. That way you can review the lessons at your convenience. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. If you'd like to be notified when future episodes release, be sure to subscribe on either Apple Podcasts or YouTube. Lastly, feel free to support the show on Phil's Patreon page at patreon.com/philsvitek. Thanks for watching. I am Juliette Bubert, a producer on this show, and we'll see you next Monday with another one of Phil's life lessons.